When a week ago today, Mr. Speaker, I asked the House this afternoon, as the occasion for a statement, I feared it would be my hard lot to announce the greatest military disaster in our long history. I thought, and some good judges agreed with me, that perhaps 20 or 30,000 men might be re-embarked. But it certainly seemed that the whole of the French First Army and the whole of the British Expeditionary Force north of the Amiens, Abbeville gap would be broken up in the open field, or else would have to capitulate for lack of food and ammunition. These were the hard and heavy tidings for which I called upon the House and the nation to prepare themselves a week ago. The whole root and core and brain of the British Army, on which and around which we were to build and are to build, the great British armies in the later years of the war seemed about to perish upon the field or be led into an ignominious and starving captivity. The enemy attacked us on all sides with great strength and fierceness. And their main power, the power of their far more numerous air force, was thrown into the battle or else concentrated upon Dunkirk and the beaches. Pressing in upon the narrow exit, both from the east and from the west, the enemy began to fire with cannon upon the beaches by which alone the shipping could approach or depart. They sowed magnetic mines in the channels and seas. They sent repeated waves of hostile aircraft, sometimes more than 100 strong in one formation, to cast their bombs upon the single pier that remained, and upon the sand dunes on which the troops had their only shelter. Their U-boats, one of which was sunk, and their motor launches took the toll of the vast traffic which now began. For 4 or 5 days an intense struggle raged. All their armored divisions, or what was left of them, together with great masses of infantry and artillery, hurled themselves in vain upon the ever-narrowing, ever-contracting appendix within which the British and French armies fought. Meanwhile, the Royal Navy, with the willing help of countless merchant seamen, strained every nerve to embark the British and Allied troops. 220 light warships and 650 other vessels were engaged. They had to operate upon the difficult coast, often in adverse weather, under an almost ceaseless hail of bombs and an increasing concentration of artillery fire. Nor were the seas, as I have said, themselves free from mines and torpedoes. It was in conditions such as these that our men carried on with little or no rest, for days and nights on end, making trip after trip across the dangerous waters, bringing with them always men whom they had rescued. The numbers they have brought back are the measure of their devotion and their courage. The hospital ships which brought off many thousands of British and French wounded, being so plainly marked, were a special target for Nazi bombs, but the men and women on board them never faltered in their duty. Meanwhile, the Royal Air Force, which had already been intervening in the battle, so far as its range would allow, from our home bases, now used part of its main metropolitan fighter strength and struck at the German bombers and at the fighters, which in large numbers protected them. This struggle was protracted and fierce. Suddenly, the scene had cleared. The crash and thunder had, for the moment, but only for the moment, died away. A miracle of deliverance achieved by valor, by perseverance, by perfect discipline, by faultless service, by resource, by skill, by unconquerable fidelity, is manifest to us all. The enemy was hurled back by the retreating British troops. He was so roughly handled that he did not carry their departure seriously. Sir, we must be very careful not to assign to this deliverance the attributes of a victory. Wars are not won by evacuations. But there was a victory inside this deliverance which should be noted. It was gained by the Air Force. Many of our soldiers coming back have not seen the Air Force at work. They saw only the bombers, which escaped its protective attack. They underrated achievements. I've heard much talk of this. And that is why I go out of my way to say this. I will tell you about it. This was a great trial of strength between the British and German air forces. Can you conceive a greater objective for the Germans in the air than to make evacuation from these beaches impossible, and to sink all these ships which were displaced almost to the extent of thousands? Could there have been an objective of greater military importance and significance for the whole purpose of the war than this? They tried hard, and they were beaten back. They were frustrated in their task. We got the army away, and they have paid fourfold for any losses which they have inflicted. Sir, when we consider how much greater would be our advantage in defending the air above this island against an overseas attack, I must say that I find in these facts a sure basis upon which practical and reassuring thoughts may rest. I will pay my tribute to these young airmen. The great French army was very largely, for the time being, cast back and disturbed by the onrush of a few thousands of armored vehicles. May it not also be that the cause of civilization itself will be defended by the skill and devotion of a few thousand airmen? There never has been, I suppose, in all the world, in all the history of war, such an opportunity for youth. The Knights of the Round Table, the Crusaders, all fall back into the past, not only distant, but prosaic. These young men going forth every morn to guard their native land and all that we stand for, holding in their hands these instruments of colossal and shattering power, of whom it may be said that every morn brought forth a noble chance, and every chance brought forth a noble night, deserve our gratitude. Yes, you all, the brave men, in so many ways and on so many occasions, are ready and continue ready to give life and all for their native land. Nevertheless, our thankfulness at the escape of our army and so many men whose loved ones have passed through an agonizing week does not blind us to the fact that what happened in France and Belgium is a colossal military disaster. The French army has been weakened, the Belgian army has been lost, a large part of those fortified lines upon which so much faith had been reposed is gone. Many valuable mining districts and factories have passed into the enemy's possession. The whole of the Channel ports are in his hands, and all the tragic consequences that follow from that. And we must expect another blow to be struck almost immediately at us or at France. We are told, sir, that Herr Hitler has a plan for invading the British Isles. This has often been thought of before. When Napoleon lay at Boulogne for a year, with his flat-bottomed boats and his grand army, he was told by someone, "There are bitter weeds in England." There are certainly a great many more of them since the British Expeditionary Force returned. Sir, I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and if the best arrangements are made, as they are made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. At any rate, that is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them. That is the will of Parliament and the nation. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it were subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
Traveling somewhere, could be anywhere. There's a coldness in the air, but I don't care. We drift deeper, and life goes on. We drift deeper into the sound. Traveling somewhere, could be anywhere. There's a coldness in the air, hey, but I don't care. We drift deeper into the sound, and life goes on. We drift deeper into the sound, feeling strong. So bring it on, so bring it on. Embrace me, surround me as the rush comes. Embrace me, surround me as the rush comes. Embrace me, surround me as the rush comes. Oh, embrace me, surround me as the rush comes.
little boy.
Yes.
It is not that funny.
That's the night has come. When the night has come and the land is dark. When the night has come. When the night has come and the land is dark.
Yeah.
And the moon is the only light.
What?
And the moon is the only light.
What?
And the moon is the only light.
DJ.
We will see.
When the night
When the night has come. The night has come and the land is dark. When the night
and the land is dark,
has come and the land is
and the moon
and the moon is the only
is the only light you'll see.
we will see.
No, I won't.
No, I won't be afraid.
Be afraid. No, I won't be afraid.
No, I won't be afraid.
Just as long
As long
as you stand by me.
as long as
And darling, darling, stand by me.
Come on and stand
by me.
just as long as you stand by me.
Left me all alone, can't take it no more. I wish that you were here by my side. 'Cause I remember those days when it was our time. If I could right the wrong that I did, I would give it all to you. If you were here, I know you would too. I don't wanna feel like I'm stranded. Oh baby, I don't wanna be here alone. 'Cause I don't wanna feel abandoned. But maybe heaven is the place I love belong.
Yo, Benji,
Yo, what's going on, Finch?
how's it going, mate? Do you fancy coming doing a mix?
Well, who's coming?
There's gonna be me, you, Grimesy, and Jordan. It should be real, mate.
Okay, well, listen. 2 conditions. First thing, right, go easy on the vodka and the Stella, because you know how Cobra gets when he's had a few, yeah?
Anything else?
Okay, second thing, let's keep the intergalactic ET talk to 30 minutes, because when G gets started, it's a 3-hour conversation. I've not got time, okay? Is that cool?
I'll try my best. Get yourself down, mate.
Cool.
Bye now, bye. Jordan, it's Finchy.
Mate, it's not Jordan, it's Kristen. I'll go and get him for you now.
Cheers,
Jordan! Jordan!
Who is it?
Hello,
mate. Jordan, it's Finchy.
mate. I'm in the middle of a fucking match, man. What's up?
Do you fancy doing a mix? I'll keep it quick.
One minute. I'm injured, mate. I'm injured, mate. Finchy, what are you saying, lad?
Do you fancy coming doing a mix?
What now?
Well, as soon as possible, really.
I'm fucking playing football,
Right,
lad.
I'll call you back.
Hi, mate. Sorry about that, pal. I was at football. What's up? What were you saying?
Saying if you wanted to come down and do a mix, there's me, Grimesy, Ben, and yourself. Should be good.
When are you doing it?
No, mate.
Now. Right, well, listen, I've just had a shower, mate. I'll fucking fly over now. But he's not playing any vocals, though, is he?
No, mate, no vocals, just tune after tune.
Banger after banger, bar after bar.
That's how we roll.
I'm fucking there, lad. Right, I'll see you in about an hour, kid.
All right, mate. See you soon. Gramsy, where the fuck are you?
Oh man, never mind the noise. Listen, we're going down M65. I've seen all these lights above me, so I've jumped out. I've got an hard shoulder, put my thumb out for a bit of hitchhiking, you know what I mean? UFOs come down, suck me right up, so I'm having an intergalactic beer with my brethrens, aren't I? You know what I mean?
Listen, do you fancy coming back down to Earth to do this mix or what?
Well, we've just gone past the moon. We're still outside the hemisphere, but I think I need dropping off now anyway, yeah, so... How long do you reckon, boys?
Right, no worries, mate. I'll see you soon.
Right, no worries, mate. I'm busy at the minute, mate. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Oh, what a strange man. Anyway, best get cracking with this now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Supreme. Volume 1. It's time for liftoff. Let's go.
There's a reason. Big stage, there's a reason that I'm on a big wage. The same reason that when I do a promo it feels like a shot to your rib cage. Cause I'm levels above ya. You wanna be the best in the bugs ya. You're so desperate to take my title, but you ain't got a chance, so fuck ya. Cause I'm the best in bounce, and it's been like that for a long time. The worst thing about that, it's been 2 years and I ain't with one rhyme. You might think it's lazy, but your opinion don't faze me. The fact that I don't put in the work and I'm the top dog is driving it crazy.
You wanna be the big dog, wanna be the man, wanna be the best MC in the land, wanna be a legend, wanna be a king, wanna be that brand new thing, wanna be famous, wanna be the best, wanna be the big stages, no less, wanna be the pinnacle, wanna be the boy, wanna be the one who makes the most noise. Gotta work hard, gotta do the graph, gotta make people smile and laugh, gotta learn quickly, gotta improve, you gotta learn to make the crowd move, gotta have rhymes, you gotta host, gotta be the full package if you wanna get close, gotta work days, you gotta work nights, you gotta be consistent to earn your
I
stripes.
got a profile like Bushel Bex. You wanna book me, better write the checks. Clash me, but I place those bets, cause I leave MCs like quivering Rex. I'm the Yankees, you're the Mets. Rock the mic with a verbal to rest. I'm not saying that I'm the best, but them back to back, there ain't no contest. I'm big, like Google. See me, lay the boogle. Big up the man like Cameron Dougal. I'm a pitbull, you're a poodle. I'm up for that cereal, and then see my fluid, my material. I'm an MC King Imperial. You catch me, it's your blood cup funeral.
Who's to blame for this vulgar language? It's rancid like an incest sandwich. I don't give a fuck. Like that sister busting her brother's nuts, she sucked. What was she thinking? That could have been a niece she was drinking. She's worse than a bird with a disco minge getting licked out when she's stinking. That could have been a dad's grandson. That could have been a mum's granddaughter. May as well get a grandma's ashes, put them on a line and fucking snort her. Put them in water, drink them too. Why would she do that? Here's a clue. It's it logic again, a bit vile, but at least she gets to meet a great grandchild.
Gramsy, why are you going so weird already? We've only just started, mate.
It's regurgitations of situations I've seen online. So don't you blame this brain of mine for all of these twisted rhymes. Name is Grimes, approach with caution. If you survived a potential abortion, you're probably listening to this. And you know why I got some of that psychosis. I chose to show this flow is sick like a kid that's born with cystic fibrosis. Are you torn by this? Or is it part of God's plan, you piece of shit? That's what the priest would say. Have some faith, God has a plan for you. I wonder what they say to those kids they take to the basement and abuse.
Jordan, take back over, please, mate.
You sell drugs, I'm impressed. You got a beamer, I'm impressed. Nobody cares about your finances, boy. Sit down and give it a rest. 3 more miles, don't care. Gucci man bag, I don't care. Stop going on like a baller, giving it 2 for 60 on Nelson Square. You think you're doing bitch? You pay for your girl to do a tits, but she don't like you, won't fucking bitch. She's still around the town sucking dick. You find out and you call them a dumb slag, but let's face it, you're both scumbags. And she don't care one bit, she's left with a brand new set of fun bags.
On events, I headline. You feed on scraps on the breadline. Watch what you're saying, you better tread fine. Make bars right past your bedtime. Any new rhyme or hook line you make by the time you say it's I've already said mine. Phone's going off the hook, causing case I transfer deadline.
Right, it's how we run through inside the place. Best MCs in the scene, you know how we do. Right, come with it, Finchy. Come with it, Coma. Come with it, G. You ready, rude boys? Let's do this.
Listen, GMC, I don't beat around the bush. There's somewhere I don't beat. If you eat Chinese, that ain't beef. That's canine, it's dog meat. My Japanese, I will cry if you tickle it with your feet. And that ain't cream that just came out. That semen on your bed sheets. Yes, I'm a freak, but I find that amusing, abusing people. I find confusing, choosing to get upset with these words. I find that so absurd. Your vision is blurred, ears are infected by the poison I've just injected. I've re-erected my erection. Now it's pointing in your direction.
I've been the illness, I've been the sickness, I've been the stillness. Cause I'm the business, bringing the madness up off the wish list. Come on, what is this? You're not an MC, you're just a mystic. Who the fuck are you trying to get? You need to go home, stop taking a biscuit. Cause I've been the rawness, said full of wars to prove that I'm flawless. Just give me a cordless and a baseline to get a performance. I'm one of the ballers, creme de la creme and a group full of paupers. So many verses, 60s, 32, 64, but not one chorus.
Yo, I'm not boasting, I'm the best when I rhyme and I hosting. I don't need no hashtag posting, but it's me that your girl is toasting. So if you ain't stop bitch or G, cover back so Master C, Luki Aki, FBD, Easy Jonah, Henry MC. Don't even dare comment on me, cause I get sick of the shit that I see. Kiss man's ass, get put to the scene, ram the butts to the scene and bleed. We don't need the people like you, chat shit, get bang, cause you're after the fool. Come with your boys, your posse, your crew. Send for me, you'll see what I'll do.
Sit now, pussied with just that catnip. Straight to the point, you know I don't chat shit. I make the crowd jump up and backflip. If it's ever don't gotta get a fat lip. Don't hit goals, I'm getting a hat trick. Run a bit of best, and that's what tactics do. With Da Vinci used to be Patrick. I'm still hungry, get me the gastric. And this This is how we do it right now, Supreme. Keenan Lee.
You think you got haters? You say that all your friends are traitors. Going on like a Z lister, but I never see your face in the fucking papers. I don't know what your name is, but the way you're acting is shameless. I wouldn't know your face if I saw it. Stop pretending you're fucking famous. I'm addressing an elephant. You're just not fucking relevant. If you're one of them people who I'm talking about, you've no intelligence. Get out your own ass. Your whole life is a fucking farce. You're nothing but a little idiot. One with your bumper cut rash.
There's a transgender bender, it's got a funny smell. It's a female that wants a penis, but wants to be shagged by a penis as well. Fucking hell, there goes another one. It's a man that wants a vagina. We need to deal with this mental illness and throw them in our meat grinder. Where is Hitler when you need him? We got to stop these people breeding. I can't stand what we've become. Line them up and give me the gun. Get a guillotine, know what I mean? Chop off her head and fucking roar. Then that's that dumb mum with her son if she wants him to have a minge anymore. The silly things when I was at school, I thought it was cool, but now it's gone. I look like a twat, but at least I didn't want to chop my dick off and use a tampon. Okay, I know these creatures aren't gonna feature periods when they change. They make a clip with a banjo, tell me that ain't strange. It's insane, deranged, mentally ill. Maybe they need to pop a pill and go chill with Bill, have no escape. The fake vagina is gonna be raped, insane, deranged, mentally ill. Maybe they need to pop a pill and go chill with Bill, have no escape. The fake vagina is gonna be raped.
FINCNH. Everybody check out my Facebook page. Do it now, not tomorrow. Give me a like, give me a follow. Holler at me if you want to shout out. Stick it down the inbox and I'll shout out. Record with a fist, truth chat me, Snapchat, Insta, SoundCloud, Twitter, Wikipedia, networking, I'm a social media. Never started feeding ya. Hope you're hungry, make it bounce up and down like a bungee. So full up, when it gets dark and I call with a hood up. MC Finchie is what they call me, don't confuse you with MC Smalley.
There's so many MCs saying that there ain't nobody that can do it like them. You've gotta be taking a piss, that shit's been said since way back when. You seem to think you spit fire, but you only seem to spit phlegm. If you wanna be known as the best, don't ever get bored of the writing pen. There's too many MCs now that are all pissed off cause they wanna be the best, but they're never gonna get past me, it's something that they just can't digest. So now they're all taking shots, and it's like the Wild Wild West, but nobody's safe from Cobra's gone, so don't you dare make me get vexed.
War when the soul is cutting deep into our souls, it starts to creep. When you lay down your head to sleep, what you sow you also must reap. Put down your guns and your weapons, it's time to learn the life lessons. See now people quiet and stressing, where's the love keeps everyone guessing. I'm not here to rant and to preach, just here to educate, teach. Lost souls to help and to reach, strive to keep a youth for them streets. So let's rise, move from the drama, use my words to shield and your armor. Yes, we can to Mr. Obama, time to live with positive karma.
Everyone's obsessed with Donald Trump, I'm obsessed with checking my balls for lumps. Watching midget porn, those runts. Mums have freakish baby bumps. Pistorius is glorious, you chumps. He runs in a pair of stumps. Who can do that in a month for some days? To show respect to the man, okay? Hey, that's a bad break to start anniversary with sad memory. Ask for forgiveness, you're a bit twisted, a ruthless cunt, so they get out of business. Not religious, who would have paid to a made up you wanna crush you fools. They pretended your brainwashed mind has to be mended.
You're not family, you're not friends, you like bounce and that's where it ends. The only reason you guys talk is drugs and music at the weekend. You're not siblings, you're not brethren, that bullshit's making my head spin. And that friendship that you've got, well, is fake as fuck, dead ting. You might think that's negative, but you ain't none of my relatives. I don't wanna pretend that bullshit, I've got my own heritage. You ain't never gonna be my family, you ain't from my fucking bloodline. So get to fuck, you're not bounce fam, you're just fucking wood lice.
Everyone that got anxiety so I can fit the mold. Wanna inject Botox in my crevices so I don't look as old. Wanna spend a full year training for a beaver when I'm chilling by the pool. I wanna make out I love German techno to make myself look cool. I wanna spend a 4 months wage on a pair of trainers to make sure I can boast. I take myself in the poshest restaurants but I be eating beans on toast. I wanna be like my idols that I see on Towie and Geordie Shore. I wanna be a modern day lad, I wanna be a social media whore.
Enter the rave, see the lights, step back ready to erase the hype. This is our church, we bring the vibe, we love to rave, it's bonafide. From earth to death, we're born to ride, don't give no shits about black or white, no worries about that music type. Time for the ravers, let's unite. Not bum about greed or status, brush up those jealous haters. We're here together, you tonight, we are striving for greatness. We enter the music house, make the ravers scream and shout. Just give me the beat, the mic, the stage, the hype, and let me just
Self on the PG, I'm in a PCB, cause I'm never gonna stop. C, cause I'm cream in the crop. H, and I make a jump high. Y's for you, I imply. Never gonna stop until the day I die. FINCHY.
M, that's the man that is me. We brought the mic on learn and CB. Bouncing with the Bentley. Are you ready for the boom style? He said M, that's the man that is me. We brought the mic on learn and CB. Bouncing with the Bentley. We're going on sick of private dirty.
Keep that get it done. Get a trouble with a tip on my thumb. Always in random places, random faces. Somebody pass me the gun. I get tricked with a sex noise video. Strangers all around think I'm a weirdo. Has it happened to you? Press play then halfway through. Oops, did I get you then? I'm sorry, couldn't help myself. Please pass it on and tell your friend. People all around think you're a dirt. If they're a 10 out of 10, they just flirt. It got me on an aeroplane. I went as red as United shirt.
Name's not down, you're not coming in.
Name's not down, you're not coming in.
Name's not down, you're not coming in.
Not coming, not coming, not coming in.
Name's not down, you're not coming in.
Name's not down, you're not coming in.
If your name's not down, you're not coming in. Not coming, not coming, not coming in.
I don't care about indirects, cause your indirects are idle threats. When I spray, you will get wet. Rolling around like a taking
Care?
You're hating cause you feel jealous. Bitching like old ain't fearless. Time for me to get overzealous. Angry like too much stairless. I'm moving, don't watch me. So electric, you can't touch me. Make it roll on the ground like rugby. King of the north, like my name is Bugsy. That's a flame, I'm igniting. Left, right from a shots I'm firing. Hit the shows, I'm a little bit inspiring. For second place, everybody is fighting.
Charlie, Oscar, Big Terror, Cole with Romeo. Yeah, that's right, I just spat my name in a political way with the flow, you know. Hey, step when I'm on stage to make you go weak like polio. Yeah, you know I got so many bars and I keep them in my portfolio. So let's ride like a rodeo. Let's go with a flow, you know. And if you don't know, you better get to know. I've been doing this shit 12 years. I got my fan base and my bars and flow. You can say I'm a seasoned pro, cause everybody knows that C to the O. Me the E, the R-M-T, yes, I'm burning up, but let's go.
I love them parties, stood in the kitchen, sat with best mates, all reminiscing. Who's that paranoid wreck in the corner, stood by the window, curtain twitching? Constant flow on my favourite bevy, into next day, now shit's got heavy. Music is full blast for the neighbours, sure I've heard this mix already. Another one at the table, so exciting, everybody's fighting for the one iPhone charger cable. Delete unstable, lads that won't leave until they've had another night. Got 14 missed calls for the bird at home, what kids, but they will
I'll be within heart, lyrically legendary. I got a style with the rhythm and pedigree. Bringing the verse straight and intensity. Rhyme so hot that you can't handle me. Everyone knows I bring the energy. MC's afraid to step into battle me. Top of the game, from roots to the cemetery. League of my own, I be the NCB. Top of the league like faster. Usain but only faster. Baptize you like your pastor. Wrong you like I'm a roster. Sweet like chicken and caster. Feel me like a disaster. If you hurt me, I will blast you. I am a lord and master. Cause I'm up for the task. These MCs are overly gassed. They're way too flash. Time for the beat to put you on blast. Draw the mash. All over you like nappy and rash. Slew any man for money or cash. It'll get placed in my secret stash. Talk and don't trash. Except when they get on the mic and bash. If you got beef, it's game set match. Bar for bar, you know it's a rap. I go to mass, thanks to the Lord for the things of my past. Live every day of my life for my life, cause you don't know when your time here is dashed.
Ha, I'm lost for words, nowadays it's so absurd. No morals, nobody cares, big invasion by these dog birds. Go through artists like now through butter, these days are psycho nutters. There was that Megan as a kid, that the prime had built in shutters. Love lads in tracks with an uncut fringe, lads who were Gucci, makes them cringe. Love drinking, love to binge, they have that taste of disco minge. See the man got the DJ box, glow sticks and UV socks. Big of a shout out to get them moist, it makes them squirt than his best choice. That is so incredible, how they put themselves on a pedestal. Got butty boxes like mackerel, in other words it's inedible. Care if he's new or he's a has-been, it's like they want grabbing. They call the vaginas Jasmine because it's always got Aladdin. Say hey Mr. Gina, will you appear, cause I wanna make a wish. I wanna run up on stage, grab him to cover and give his dick a kiss. I shout Parthy's clan, he's the man, the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle.
Get the fuck off the stage, dog, and get yourself a muzzle. Cause so many females these days get about, fuck about, shag about, there's no any doubt. So many girls, they do it on the slide behind the man's back when they think they'll settle down. Don't ever underestimate girls these days, have turned to reprobates. Better watch out, they'll bleed your bank account, then you'll be all alone and left to stay. So many guys these days, let their girl get their own ways. Going on soft without a backbone, jump into attention when she says, listen up now son, you was once a man, now you're a bum. Boy, go find your self-respect and then crawl back out from under the thumb.
I say what I wanna say, when I wanna say it. Don't delay the spray, now you're getting on foot like a slut that used to get fingered in the bus stop till she got a blood clot. You've gone too far with this. Talk about parties, swallowing smarties. I don't do weeds anymore. Take me to your mother's door, cause I'm bored. I'll suck on the tits and then I'll feel great. Regurgitate a milkshake with a steak. Spit it in the face and at my own pace. Sit back, relax and ask how it tastes. Wanna waste that milk, could have gone to a starving child out in a while. But mum left him by the river Nile and he's just been eaten by a crocodile. That's vile. Don't say that. Shut your mouth, man, you big fat twat. Freedom of speech being taken away, but they're never gonna stop me saying what I say. If a man's offended by me, the man vagina where the penis should be. And women, you shouldn't be listening. Get back to the kitchen, cook some food, you bitches. I'm in stitches, laughing at feminists. They can't make no rhymes like this. Forget those equal rights. Let me explain to you the word wife. Washing, ironing, fucking, etc. I don't see one more letter. Let's make it better. Put an S on the end, and that stands for sucking, my friend. I'd like to sit with a feminist and make her really pissed. I'll tell her that she's been raped and she won't understand it. I'll tell her I had a cum suck on my cock one night and it felt sublime. Then look in her eyes till she understands what I've done to her in my mind. Yeah, have I gone too far again to say so? Do I give a fuck? No, it doesn't matter what I say anymore. When I roast Jehovah's at my front door, they're offended by dinosaurs. Someone's offended by a blackboard. I won't defend my vocal cords. It doesn't matter what I say anymore.
You can turn that music down.
I'm addicted to the sound. In relationship with my bird and music, trying to find common ground. Always writing down my new lyrics, always writing down new ideas, always writing down my thoughts like I've done for the past 15 years.
Stu, can you just go to sleep?
I can't, I'm a nocturnal freak. Started a brand new 32 and right now I'm 24 lines deep. Every minute, the day, the hour, the week, non-stop writing to reach my peak. But artists here will know what I mean, that's what it's like in the music scene.
I wanna be the man with the queen, I wanna drive down all day in the back of a limousine. I want a car with a big machine, I want my own way and family a football team. I want money, dough, bread, so much cash and it goes to my head. And I wanna make more by the hour, because everybody knows that money means power. I don't wanna work 9 to 5 and get minimum wage for an everyday life. I want a perfect job, a perfect house, somehow the perfect wife. But I gotta be dreaming to get a perfect girl as long as I'm breathing. And that ain't no disrespect because there ain't no such thing that's perfect.
My flow is the darkest. I wanna roll like a worldwide artist. They just started. One session with the departed. Heart and soul, let me rip them parted. Ain't living so rip the red beam with the paramount boards like an M16. MCP, I'm making a dream and I roll out with a broken team. Rock the scene, intergalactic, lyrical passion, that is my tactic. Breaking bones, come chiropractic. Getting your mind computer done hectic. I come fresh just like a tic-tac. Come with the bass direct with the impact. Hardcore, jungle, grime or rap. MTV make the crowd go pitch black.
Confused about humor, it's aggressive like a possessive tumor. There's a rumor I'm ruthless, and if you gouge on a couch you're probably toothless. A thief with no teeth won't stole my presents from under the tree. I was devastated, we were related, and from that day Christmas been hated. For the record it needs to be stated, I once shot the shit, never waited. I once shit into a pint glass, put it on the bar and began to laugh. The landlord was a bastard, so was his wife. Think my shrink might have been right. I've got issues, some psychosis. Which personality is this? Split down the middle and intersections, last like an old man with no erection. I make things that don't make sense make sense. Does that make sense? Don't sit on the fence. I open doors with these metaphors. Where's the applause? Give me some more before I make a string for my violin with your spinal cord.
Whole world's gone strange, don't think this is gonna change. Everybody's got mouthfuls of our filter, don't know what's happened to girl these days. Amy ways are piling on the maple, posting calls anytime they break up. When they wake up like a different person, there's nothing worse than being catfished or being tricked. Girls are faking it to get some dick, and sick and tired and getting fed up when they're pouncing on selfie pics. Look like mother but they're really horse, not like tens but they're really force. Only take pictures from the tits up, it's time to call it quits, love.
I'm unpredictable, unprofessional, irresponsible, quite detestable. I say things that are homosexual, yeah, I'm pretty much unacceptable. But I'm so relatable, inspirational, motivational. So many bars that are sensational, and that makes me irreplaceable.
One night I woke up late.
I ain't never gone back down. Not ever been, never been sat down. Step to it, you get knocked down. Like rock, hit you with a smackdown. I'll come straight through ya. Watch what I do to ya. I'm being true to ya. I'm bigger than balls, I'm bigger than planets like Mars and Jupiter. I'm bigger than balls like Saturn. You want beef? I pull the baton. Leave you broken and rotten. Bam bam, breaking your ribs like Hatton. Big beat, I'm bigger than heat. I've been blazing every beat. You been laying and twitching and bleeding and dying all over my dirty feet.
Your daddy come and then he got up and your mum said what's going on. It's a fact that some of you twats came from a splitting dad's condom. I ain't dropping bombs, I'm launching nukes just like Kim, you're screwed. And while all this is going on, I'm gonna tell you what I wanna do. I wanna force feed a vegan some meat while a feminist makes me a sandwich. Now clean my feet, you bitch. And I got an itch on my back, so scratch it. The plastic remotes on my fingertips, it ain't working. Get me some batteries. This feels fantastic. Know your role on your feminist face, I'll whack it.
I've been doing this shit for ages. It gets hard to hold back the rages. Learn for life when you're going in stages. Time for me start rattling cages. Calling out all the shit MCs. When I clash on the mic, no doubt you freeze. Don't deserve all the wages fees. This rap the team kinda like a disease. I keep going through all the hate. I'm a top boy, no debate. Step to me, you'll know your fate. Take the walk like Alex the Great. No more bullshit, collaborating. Top of the set list, no debating. Heard your flows are the kind of grating. I don't care what the people are rating.
You lick my ass, I'll lick yours. Let's get felching, get out the straws. The amount of dick you suck, I can smell the spoon cruising out your pores. You think it's for the good cause, sucking dicks gonna open doors. I never seen nobody as hungry. You're worse than a million whores. So pull up your drawers, put his dick away, rest that jaw. Have a bit of respect for yourself, bro. Stand up, get off all fours. Yeah, get off the floor, turn around and walk without a pause. And when you get home, dress and crazy on the knee lad, cause it must be sore.
This is around for the Oscars and I think that you know who. They the ones in the club all night, the best smell just like poo. I think you need to change your ways, start looking all that anus. Sick and tired of all your bullshit online, getting likes doesn't make you famous. You're relentless, I'll give you some credit. Just to not get it, I think it's pathetic. Monkey hands on my eyes emojis every single time when I read it. If I was you, I'd try and edit. Always baffles me why you said it. When I make a name, won't get no credit. More respect for me, forget it. Your head firmly embedded, you must chew on the shit like bombs. Then it gets rid of you like a cheerleader, somebody now passes some pom-poms. Go metaphor, brown nosy, bit of master of your art. I expect to see your head roll out the to the single time but they fought. So your estimate is embarrassing. You need to stop this harassing and get behind the deck. So it's grabbing for sex. I don't know where you get your arrogance. You lack all the talent. I'm afraid the win won't be in your sales. You're there for a threat, so all I can see is your toenails.
Been in taboo for way too long, this thing about mental health. When you're crying inside, cut from the world, trying to suffer itself. When you stand on the edge of the cliff like flashing, don't give a fuck about wealth. You're drowning the waves of sadness with nowhere to turn for help. You feel like life's a wreck, lurching around from mess to mess. Ain't got the strength to take a breath. Sometimes contemplating death, not saying I must compare. Heads chamber, strains to stress. Feeling life's just one long test. Stay strong, hold on and do your best.
Now G's coming through, the material speaks to you. I'm a serial killer on a mic, I murder these foes. Go further than some of these boys wanna go, cause this ain't an ego trip. I don't want you to suck my dick and lick my anus, you ignoramus. I'm not trying to be Facebook famous, that behavior is shameless. Yeah, I'm outrageous, but I'm not trying to manipulate you and orchestrate your state of mind. Won't find lies in the papers, I'll pick up the haters. Yo, if you don't like me, then I have succeeded. You are the ones that make it pure. I won't lose any sleep, I'll get more.
I've got a question that's on my mind. That bitch is all the time. Big bellies, big behind. Big calves, massive thighs. Don't want to eat too many pies. Too ignorant to realise. Surely you must be blind. Why the fuck do you bump and grind? It makes me feel sick. I'd rather get fucked up a big fat dick than watch some hippopotamus thinking that she's totally it. Your sweat is beaming, bitch, it's dripping up your tits. Just sit your fat ass down and go get yourself a plate of chips. You're totally shocking, girl, you need stopping. And I do it for nothing. Your fat is popping through the holes of your fishnet stockings. Diabolical, nearly comical, plain and simply fucking horrible. Looking like an animal, eating more meat than a cannibal. And what are them in your shoes? They look like pig shoes. Too much weight held up by your feet, your toes are starting to bruise. Dying for breath, look against the wall, I think you've had enough. So why the fuck are you out, girl? Get back to your trough.
You can't turn the old into a housewife. There's too much trouble to try, you cut out your heart. Turn the knife and let me tell every story about my life. When the man shoot bang at the rest, stop that shit with a mouth full of threats. Fuck was tough, could deal with the stress. She had a nice smile with the dimples and breasts, but she got fat but looking quite lardy. Then got banged by a boy called Hardy. I got vexed, going on Marty. Fuck that bitch, her name was Reach. Took on with the widow, give me a dose like that I can pro. She got banged in the backbone bowl. She never be a housewife, always a hoe. Bet this girl wanted no drama. She was hot with the sun in Palmer. Put my down, had to charm her. I know kings and I walk back calmer. Yeah, vodka shots, love the girl, me I got the hots. Going on deep and I have the lot. The house, the car, the villa, the yacht. Love the way that she make me feel. Break down, baby, it's made of steel. Two-way thing, you know the deal. Send me crazy, I like steel. I love you, gonna show I care. You better shake your feelings, man. Hold your damn real until I be back to come say hell yeah.
Put your hand up and give me a wave. If you lick the disco minge after the rave, when the bitch ain't shaved and it smells like she got a bear up there hiding in a cave. He's hibernating, I'm annihilating. This gang that smells like a tramp, sweating like she got a gun to her head like a Jew in a concentration camp. Went some of that nation would use his skin for a lamp. No wonder she's moist, get in there boy, lick it clean. Damage it, take a pic for the team. I'm savage and I might you know this. Like a native smashing the skull of a British prick who stole his land and killed his kids after we shook his hand. What's pretty impressing, you're keeping me guessing. You're acting your weapon, you're making me stressing. Why you testing? Can't do the blessings, I never stop resting, that's why I'm impressive. Keep texting the bookings, I get an attack in the session with so much aggression. A wicked profession that isn't confessing and making you fretting and causing depression. I got an ambition, a man on a mission, I'm in position. Turn the ignition, don't need tuition, don't need permission. I'm that mic magician. Retain the tradition, retain the tradition. Smashing the glass, no cash or commission. Get your obsession, you will be wishing you seen what we cooked up fresh out this fucking kitchen.
Alright, it's been a bit of a long time, innit? But don't worry guys, don't panic, I've so much shit to say. I've been holding on, you know I can't keep shut, god damn it. It's like a pressure I need to release before I explode, turn into a beast. I need to get this shit off my chest, release the demons and find my peace. So where do I start? Do I start with all you tarts? Do I start with all the ass licking? Too many people sucking farts? Although my shit's fake from the heart, the same thing that I've always done. Shots getting fired all over the place, ain't nobody safe from Cover's gone.
If you want to play games, I will show you how the game is played. I've been told your man got laid, and a milk van full fat was sprayed in the face. It's on a grapevine, he put his dick where the sun don't shine. Don't you call my mum, you swine, and never offend the little bitch on the line. Just in time, but he's vegan, he needs shooting so we can eat him. Put him on his knees, see him bleed him, beat him around, I wanna see him bleed and feed him. Your mummy on a big dick, she kiss you, come sail on her lips, then put you on a big fat tit. Says the milkman, watch these bits.
Hi, I'm that yummy mummy. Got my 5th child in my tummy. I don't know who the father is, I just do it for the benefit of money. My kids are dirty and scummy, I don't bother to wash their clothes. Play out in the school uniform and always have a snotty nose. My fanny pongs are prawns, I do the school run in my PJs. Don't ever pay for my drugs, I pay the dealers on BJs. Don't pay no tax, I don't pay bills, I rub stuff from home bargain. And when it comes to the summer, I put my sofa in the front garden, cause I love being a full-time yummy mummy. It's a job that pays. I drop the kids off at mum and dad's and then I'll stay off for days. I get off my head every weekend, never make no Sunday roast. The only thing I make from his scruffy kids is pot noodles on toast. Can't hold down a boyfriend, my ex is a fucking prick. All I did was turn off my mobile when I was sucking his best mate's dick. But it's his loss because they say single ladies wanna have fun, and happiest when I get a bum full of cum. Sorry, you okay, huh?
Yeah, I was stuck living in Satan's square, demons circling in every lair. Grip out my anger, lock my beer, like was fucked up and nobody cares. Easy, help me tightly by the hand, lifted me high, help me to stand. Move me up from a crooked up plan, it's taking me to the promised land. It takes darkness to reach the light, through beef and struggle get through the night. Times don't go hard, just stay and fight. Don't life's fucked up, do what is right. Man's full of shit like we'll chase sheep, never get left laid down to the deep. Bum for light, bring down to the heat, one step too far, then bring them a reap.
I'm spitting sick bars like a virus, taking over the show like Cyrus. I'm ahead of the game on my sky when everybody else is cable and wireless. You're a peasant, I'm your royal highness. I'm living a dream and you're lifeless. You spit bars in a local pub when Cobra's soaring Magam in Cyprus. They say I'm the finest, they say Cobra's bars are the tightest. When you spit you make my ears bleed because I migraine like a blocked up sinus. I always get work on priceless, you've nothing to offer spineless. Overall I'm a great addition, but overall they say you're minus. I'm top of the A-list, the first CD on the playlist. You're bottom of the list, you're heinous. I'm John Cena, you're Seamus. Cause everybody knows I'm famous. If you don't know, you're an ignoramus. The only way you got a name is cause you like to kiss people's anus. It's so shameless, you're going nowhere boy, you're aimless. You see me up along with the creme de la creme, I'm along with the stars in Vegas. So quiet, calm the foot down and stop going on as if we got haters. Cause you've been doing it for years and I've only just found out what your name is.
I speak to you for the first time as Prime Minister in a solemn hour for the life of our country, of our empire, of our allies, and above all, of the cause of freedom. A tremendous battle is raging in France and Flanders. The Germans, by a remarkable combination of air bombing and heavily armored tanks, have broken through the French defenses north of the Maginot Line, and strong columns of their armored vehicles are ravaging the open country, which for the first day or two was without defenders. They have penetrated deeply and spread alarm and confusion in their tracks. Behind them there are now appearing infantry in lorries, and behind them again the large masses are moving forward. The regroupment of the French armies to make head against and also to strike at this intruding wedge has been proceeding for several days, largely assisted by the magnificent efforts of the Royal Air Force. We must not allow ourselves to be intimidated by the presence of these armored vehicles in unexpected places behind our lines. If they are behind our front, the French are also at many points fighting actively behind theirs. Both sides are therefore in an extremely dangerous position. And if the French army and our own army are well handled, as I believe they will be, if the French retain that genius for recovery and counterattack for which they have so long been famous, and if the British army shows the dogged endurance and solid fighting power of which there have been so many examples in the past, then a sudden transformation of the scene might spring. It would be foolish, however, to disguise the gravity of the hour. It would be still more foolish to lose heart and courage, or to suppose that well-trained, well-equipped armies, numbering 3 or 4 millions of men, can be overcome in the space of a few weeks or even months by a scoop or raid of mechanized vehicles, however formidable. We may look with confidence to the stabilization of the front in France and to the general engagement of the masses, which will enable the qualities of the French and British soldiers to be matched squarely against those of their adversaries. For myself, I have invincible confidence in the French army and its leaders. Only a very small part of that splendid army has yet been heavily engaged, and only a very small part of France has yet been invaded. There is good evidence to show that practically the whole of the specialized and mechanized forces of the enemy have been already thrown into the battle, and we know that very heavy losses have been inflicted upon them. No officer or man, no brigade or division which grapples at close quarters with the enemy, wherever encountered, can fail to make a worthy contribution to the general result. The armies must cast away the idea of resisting attack behind concrete lines or natural obstacles, and must realize that mastery can only be regained by furious and unrelenting assault. And this spirit must not only animate the high command, but must inspire every fighting man. In the air, often at serious odds, often at odds hitherto thought overwhelming, we have been clawing down 3 or 4 to 1 of our enemies. And the relative balance of the British and German air forces is now considerably more favorable to us than at the beginning of the battle. In cutting down the German bombers, we are fighting our own battle, as well as that of France. My confidence in our ability to fight it out to the finish with the German Air Force has been strengthened by the fierce encounters which have taken place and are taking place. At the same time, our heavy bombers are striking nightly at the taproot of German mechanized power and have already inflicted serious damage upon the oil refineries on which the Nazi effort to dominate the world directly depends. We must expect that as soon as stability is reached on the Western Front, the bulk of that hideous apparatus of aggression, which dashed Holland into ruin and slavery in a few days, will be turned upon us. I am sure I speak for all when I say we are ready to face it, to endure it, and to retaliate against it to any extent that the unwritten laws of war permit. There will be many men and many women in this island who, when the ordeal comes upon them, as come it will feel comfort and even a pride that they are sharing the perils of our lads at the front, soldiers, sailors, and airmen, God bless them, and are drawing away for them a part at least of the onslaught they have to bear. Is not this the appointed time for all to make the utmost exertions in their power? If the battle is to be won, we must provide our men with ever-increasing quantities of the weapons and ammunition they need. We must have, and have quickly, more aeroplanes, more tanks, more shells, more guns. There is imperious need for these vital munitions. They increase our strength against the powerfully armed enemy. They replace the wastage of the obstinate struggle, and the knowledge that wastage will speedily be replaced enables us to draw more readily upon our reserves and throw them in now that everything counts so much. Our task is not only to win the battle, but to win the war. After this battle in France abates its force, there will come the battle for our island, for all that Britain is and all that Britain means. That will be the struggle. In that supreme emergency, we shall not hesitate to take every step, even the most drastic, to call forth from our people the last ounce and the last inch of effort of which they are capable. The interests of property, the hours of labor, are nothing compared to the struggle for life and honor, for right and freedom, to which we have vowed ourselves. I have received from the chiefs of the French Republic, and in particular from its indomitable Prime Minister, Monsieur Reynaud, the most sacred pledges that whatever happens, they will fight to the end, be it bitter or be it glorious. Nay, if we fight to the end, it can only be glorious. Having received His Majesty's commission, I have formed an administration of men and women of every party and of almost every point of view. We have differed and quarrelled in the past, but now one bond unites us all: to wage war until victory is won, and never to surrender ourselves to servitude and shame, whatever the cost and the agony may be. If this is one of the most awe-striking periods in the long history of France and Britain, it is also, beyond doubt, the most sublime. Side by side, unaided except by their kith and kin in the great dominions and by the wide empires which rest beneath their shield, side by side the British and French peoples have advanced to rescue not only Europe but mankind from the foulest and most soul-destroying tyranny which has ever darkened and stained the pages of history. Behind them, behind us, behind the armies and fleets of Britain and France, gather a group of shattered states and bludgeoned races: the Czechs, the Poles, the Norwegians, the Danes, the Dutch, the Belgians, upon all of whom the long night of barbarism will descend, unbroken even by a star of hope, unless we conquer, as conquer we must, as conquer we shall. Today is Trinity Sunday. Centuries ago, words were written to be a call and a spur to the faithful servants of truth and justice. Arm yourselves and be ye men of valor, and be in readiness for the conflict, for it is better for us to perish in battle than to look upon the outrage of our nation and our altars. As the will of God is in heaven, even so let him do.